Well, hello, Mr. Arron Stringer. How are you doing today?
I'm having a pretty good day. How are you?
I'm having a pretty good day as well. We want to welcome everybody to another exciting legal adventure in the world of legacy made real with your favorite attorney, Arron Stringer. So good to have you again today, sir.
Good to be here.
Today, we want to talk a little bit about, oh, I hear a giant dog in the background. Are you okay?
Yeah, we have an intruder, but apparently it's been taken care of. So,
Okay, well, never be an intruder in an attorney's house when they have a giant dog. We're live here, folks,
sorry
and
about
that's
that.
entertainment. So we want to talk about how beneficiary designations may affect your estate plan. Tell us a little bit more about that.
All right. Yeah. So, for anyone really, that if you have life insurance, if you have a retirement plan, then you've already done some estate planning without even knowing about it, because each of these things come with beneficiary designations. So hopefully, when you signed up for those different financial plans, investments, whatever it is, um, hopefully you also indicated who your beneficiaries would be if you passed away. Obviously, with a life insurance plan, because that's what it's for. But for other retirement benefits, retirement plans, things like that, they should have it named as well at the time that you signed up. And so, what that means is you already have something in place where if you are no longer around, that property or that asset will go to whoever you've designated, whoever you've identified there. So it should be something that we look at the same time that your estate plan is created, to make sure everything's in sync, working together with your overall plan.
So I'm going to make sure I got this because I'm still terrified from the giant dog attack that just happened. So let's say I've got three or four different beneficiaries. But I've got different accounts within the trust. I've got life insurance, I got a bank account,
Hmm.
I've got a retirement account, and real estate. So you're telling me that if I have multiple beneficiaries, I can choose what percentage of each one of those accounts each one of them gets? So I can designate to each beneficiary their apportionment of the whole of that particular fund?
Yeah, you can do that, and you can also just so what I like to typically do is, get when I meet with a client, we get a comprehensive look at what they already have in place. So, including the life insurance, including the retirement accounts and everything. And then we set up the estate plan in a way that incorporates that and looks at it big picture. Okay, how is all this stuff going to be eventually divided up? So, especially when you have a revocable living trust, what you can do is you can name that revocable living trust as the beneficiary for your IRA, your 401k, your life insurance.
Hmm.
And so that way, when you pass, those funds just flow into the trust, and the trust has all the instructions built into it already. And that's where, like you're saying, you've already identified, okay, I have three kids, everything's going to be split equally between the three kids. And then that would include whatever assets that are go into the trust from those other accounts. But you can go even further than that. You can say, yes, I'm going to identify a specific asset, whether that's the life insurance proceeds or whatever it may be, and I want to, divide that up into three. So that's again one of the great things about the revocable living trust is its flexibility, what you're able to do with specific assets or just combining it all together.
Okay. So, for example, let's say I've got three kids and I also own a business.
Hmm.
One of my kids is extremely responsible and intelligent. The other two kids are less than lackluster. I, that was diplomatic, wasn't it? So I'm going to divide everything up into thirds, except for my business, where I can designate, okay, my one son that's got it going on, I'm going to give him 90% of the business. The other two, they're going to split 10% just because they're my kids. That's something that I can do.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. And ideally, a situation like that, you maybe already have him involved with the business,
Okay, yeah.
and get him involved. And then, like we've talked about previously, when we talk about businesses, there's different ways where you could just give the full thing to him, but have some kind of arrangement where the others, instead of receiving that business asset, maybe you've got a different insurance policy, a life insurance policy, and they get proceeds from that and he doesn't. So you can divide it up to try to make it equal in a way that you've got someone that can take care of that business. The others, maybe they're not able to. They're not as,
Yeah.
they're not able to do it, but they can still get income from another source that you can
Okay.
create.
All right. That's good to know. So this seems very complicated. I'm glad we have you around. How can we get a hold of you to ask more questions?
Yeah, please give me a call. Phone number is 435-817-9187, or email is astringer@redclifflegal.com.
And check out his website, redclifflegal.com. Also, be sure to subscribe, watch, and share all of Aaron's podcasts, both on YouTube and also on all the major podcast channels now. So, Aaron, thank you very much. We'll see you again next time with another exciting episode of Legacy Made Clear.
All right, thank you.